I was very relieved, by the reaction from Paul and Ringo and in this. And I did notice something, that the first interview was fine, but having looked at all the other interviews, it was more or less the stories you kind of had heard. And then the second time we sat down with them, each of them separately, they had seen some bits of the movie, and they kind of saw the tone we were going for, and they really opened up more. And is that a common? I had two questions for you guys. Is that a common thing that that interviews get easier as you go along with people? And secondly, what's it been like when you've shown your movies to subjects, or whether you're there or not?
Yeah. Well, in our case, Anthony actually hasn't seen it yet, as far as we know. Or that's what he said. We actually offered to show it to him before it was finished, and before we premiered at Sundance, and he didn't want to see it. And he actually said no to a couple offers to watch the film, and then he kind of chose, for his reasons, to kind of keep his distance from the film after it was released, which we respected.
Sure.
So we really don't know, even to this day, what he really thinks about it. Yeah.
But in terms of your second question, I do think, Josh did 95% of the shooting and really became embedded. And I think that you can see from earlier footage in the beginning, the first month versus like the last month, the openness that he had was there. I mean, it's just a relationship you get to know. Josh became a part of this experience, and you see that in the film. Yeah.
I mean, with my guys, I kind of remember, like after a few days of filming with them, they were like, because of the technology, they're like, all right, let's have a look at that. How did I look? And you can wind it back, and I constantly had them over my shoulder.
Don't like the framing there, mate.
Reviewing the rushes, So
really? That's your choice?
They were saying, let me do it again. I can do that. I can be funnier.
I just realised that the trailer certainly helped, because we had to, we had to assemble a 3-minute trailer or so to try and get the rest of the funding that we needed, but that 3-minute trailer served a few different functions in terms of attracting more funding for the film, but also actually helping the contributors to really feel and get a sense of what we're trying to do with this, and the tone of it, and and that I think was quite nice, because then you're not making a film about people, you're making a film with people, who happen to be in front of the part of the process.
Yeah.
They kind of, start to get a sense of where we're going with this. And because my guys for a while, God bless them, was saying, well, why are you focusing so much on us? And, you're following us everywhere, and, you seem to be interested in us, just going to the bathroom, and this is an important subject matter, and don't you want to interview some important people, some politicians, and some, and even go and talk to some high-ranking police officers, and it took a while for me to convey to them that actually I'm making an observational film, and it's about you, it's about your voice, and that this, guiding principle for this film is this Martin Luther King quote, which is that a riot is the language of the unheard. But for them, there was that underlying, thing that they've grown up with, which is our voice is not that important.
Yeah. Gosh.
And are you going to get some Trevor McDonald or someone to do the voiceover? And no, it's not. It's going to be about you.
Yeah.
So I think them seeing the trailer sort of helped with that.
Yeah, my definitely got easier. Definitely. I mean, I was dealing with a 13-year-old girl as my principal subject, so she was shy to begin with. But it's time spent. It took a couple of visits before she started even really talking in full sentences, and going that layer deeper as well. I almost think sometimes with interviews, I don't know if you find this, but you've almost got to let your subjects exhaust themselves, of everything that they think that you want to hear, or they think that they want to say, and then you almost start again. Then might as well just then turn on the camera, because that's when you get to the loot.